Live. You notice I'm always like at a weird angle here? I gotta learn my angles better. From March's Valentine's Day. That's right. I don't know if you missed the announcement, but every month now has its own Valentine's Day. It's a muddled Monday edition of Business Pants, joined as always by enamored Emma Lurking and modest Matt Moscardi. Matt, would you describe yourself as modest?
Neither of those are true. Neither
I'm-
of those are true.
I'm the opposite of the inverse. You're enamored with everything, Emma. In today's turmeric-stained bag, did you just say turmeric before?
Turmeric.
Called March 14th, 2022, a Business Pants history moment from our crazy CEO Chronicles. A CEO in Florida who is just starting to realize how crazy Florida is.
Ooh.
And the Feelings Corner with emo Emma Lurking. I can't wait for the Feelings Corner.
I have
Hey,
feelings,
that's
Corner. I have
accurate.
none of those, so this is where we teach me how to have feelings.
Emma. Wow, beautiful delay. It's time for another moment in Business Pants history.
Oh.
This one is from our crazy CEO Chronicles.
We had the music for it. I love that.
Today, the death of Zappos CEO Tony Hsieh, who died just over 2 years ago. All right. According to a new biography excerpted in the Wall Street Journal called Happy at Any Cost, the revolutionary vision and fatal quest of Zappos CEO Tony Hsieh. Singer-songwriter Jewel is a goddamn genius and a goddamn fortune teller. Here we go. Ready for this?
I like any story that's got Jewel
Yep.
in it.
Jewel
True.
visited Tony's Park City, Utah mansion in August 2020, 3 months before his death, and found it covered in dog feces and wax from hundreds of burning candles left around the house, and sinks and showers that were running continuously. Okay, that's the setting for you, Matt.
Shit, it's easy. It's easier than a waterfall installation.
Jewel found Tony in the backyard, emaciated and sitting in a chair in his underwear, surrounded by canisters of nitrous oxide, which he had been openly misusing at the time, of course. According to the Wall Street Journal, he then presented her with a box, which he had written a series of unintelligible numbers, he said was the algorithm for world peace.
Wow.
Jewel, who had previously worked with Tony to develop a mental health program for Zappos employees. You hiring Jewel for this? I don't quite.
I love all of this so far. I mean, not the.
No, I'm not
horrible
making
parts,
light of the
Jewel
death.
parts.
Yeah. Jewel learned that Tony had also stopped sleeping and claimed he had hacked the ability to need to sleep. So there you go. Concerned, she spoke with his staff and head of security, who said they had been following orders to leave the tech executive in his home in its state. So there you go. She said, here's the quote, "If he kills himself or everyone else in there from a huge fire, you can't say you weren't warned." That's what Jewel said. 3 months later, Tony Hsieh would die from injuries suffered in a house fire in Connecticut after he was either trapped or barricaded in the basement. The death was ruled an accident. I don't think so, but anyway, that's part one of our crazy CEO Chronicles. Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
Do you think we can get Jewel on the show? Jewel, are you listening?
Emma, let's ask.
Well, I think we should. I
Yeah.
mean,
No, I
if
have those
Jewel
numbers.
is setting up a mental health program at a major company,
Yeah.
I want to know what that's like. Let's find out.
Agreed.
Well, this is the most depressing beginning we've ever had to a show, so I'm going to make it more depressing in our pro, anti, pro, neutral, gay news of the day. Here's the headline. Disney's CEO apologized for his response to Florida's Don't Say Gay bill. Quote, "I let you down." So, for background here, Florida passed a bill last week that banned the mere discussion of sexual orientation for grades K through 3, after which, presumably, you're allowed to speak about gays, but only if you talk about how boys with nail polish make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Probably using the F word while you do it, I guess. I think
Matt,
that's...
it sounds like in Florida, the 4th grade just got a lot gayer, is all I'm going to say.
It's going to be amazing, like the parties in the 4th grade. Disney, who employs 80,000 people in Florida, is one of the state's largest employers, put out a statement before the bill passed claiming, quote, "The biggest impact we can have in creating a more inclusive world is through the inspiring content we produce." What I presume they meant to say was the biggest impact we can have in creating a more inclusive world is through the inspiring content we edit out. Because last week, it broke that an ex-employee revealed the gay affection is edited out of Pixar movies and totally removed in certain markets, edited out. So I think I rewrote their statement for them. But it's also good to know that it's not helpful for Disney that news broke a couple days ago that they gave over $200,000 in donations to the sponsors of the bill over the last 2 years. And that was their impactful content for inclusive world, I guess. Now that the bill is passed, the Florida Senate and employees, the bill's passed in the Florida Senate, employees are rallying outside of the hetero Magic Kingdom, and Bald Bob is on the apology tour by releasing a corporate statement to his employees in which he said, quote, "As we have seen time and again, corporate statements do very little to change outcomes or minds." But Bob is taking action. Specifically, he's pausing the Nintendo game that is gay rights. Like a colonoscopy for political influence. Bob and Disney pausing their political donations in Florida pending an internal review. And they are joining a long tradition of brave corporate pausers that include, in no particular order, Facebook, who paused political donations after the insurrection, only to unpause them several minutes later. Coca-Cola, who paused its diversity plans last year because they were already diverse enough. Warner Brothers, who just announced they're pausing Russian movie releases because of Ukraine, depriving the Russian people of the release of the DC League of Super Pets with The Rock voicing Crypto the Wonder Dog. I don't know what Russia's going to do without that.
Are you making stuff up now, Matt?
That's a real thing. That's a real thing. It's coming out soon. That's the Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The Family Dollar store, which temporarily paused 400 stores being open after finding over 1,000 dead rats in them. Richard Branson, who bravely mesopaused in a space dildo.
It's a reach.
And last but not least, that one's good, I thought. Last but not least, Florida, who asked if gay people could just pause being gay until the 4th grade when the heteros were old enough to only be mostly grossed out by them. Congrats, Disney, for joining that wonderful group of pausers.
So wrap it up, Matt. Where are we? Where is Disney right now? Like, where are they?
Florida.
Okay, I don't even know. Like, are they? Did they even pick a side? Like, it's just a. I don't understand this.
Apparently, they said
a follow up
if I
can.
Yeah.
Matt, can I ask a follow up question?
You can ask anything you want.
What do you think Ken doll Bob Iger would have done if he was still CEO of Disney?
I don't think he would have waited. I think he would have come out with a strong political statement saying we are opposed to this.
Seems
and
like
then
a gay
done
icon,
nothing.
Bob Iger, doesn't he? Doesn't he
I
have that
think,
feeling?
Yeah, I think he is. I think that is correct.
We'll have to look that up later. Moving on. A moment in business pants history, part 2.
Oh God, is this going to be equally as depressing?
Yes. And I want to remind the audience once again that all the stuff we cover, this is all real stuff. Matt's not making anything up.
I did not make up one
I'm not
thing
making
in that
anything up.
story.
We're just covering the news from a perverse angle. Here we go. This section, inside Zappos CEO Tony Hsieh's final months. Okay.
Oh my God.
Sorry, but I got to report this. First of all, he stepped down abruptly from Zappos in late August 2020 after 20 years, making no public statements about his departure. That's not weird, I guess. I mean, whoever tells you why they're leaving. He relocated from Las Vegas to Park City, Utah, purchasing more than a dozen multi-million-dollar properties in an attempt to build some kind of collective or cult or something. Is that weird? That seems like normal post-CEO behavior. I can't tell. Matt, you got to help me.
Bought like most of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to help me as I go through this list of like what's weird or not. I don't even know anymore. Here are
This
some of
is
his
just
main
normal behavior.
normal behavior. Here are some of his main post CEO passions. He wanted to start a tourism and hospitality business called 10X. That name seems weird. 10X. Am I wrong?
No,
Uh,
it's okay.
It featured kids camps for coding, painting, and horseback riding.
That is weird, right there. There's
And it's-
that's the wrong.
How about
cohort.
this? Yeah,
Yeah,
10X. And he wanted to build a stage in his home where he could put on a TEDx series for the public. What?
You could just call it TEDx. There's one like every 6
I don't
minutes.
like that part. That part makes me uncomfortable. And $10 day passes for his cult, granting access to an unlimited dining at fancy restaurants.
Okay, now we're getting weirder.
Okay. One of his other passions, again, I kid you not. One of his passions was fire. Sadly, he dies by fire. So I don't know. Again, I'm not making fun of this. I'm just reporting it. I blame the Wall Street Journal. But here's one of his passions was fire.
Emma,
Matt,
buzz yourself. Emma
Yeah.
just laughed at arson.
It's look, I don't know. According to the fire department, one night there were flames shooting into the air and a hot air balloon was going off, and then 5 nights later there was a quote illegal burn at the mansion where they discovered propane heaters hidden in trees and a large stash of wood intended for an open fire. Tony would sit alone next to bonfires during gatherings. That's not so strange. I like that. That sounds
I do
nice.
that all the time.
Yeah. But do you do this? He would throw candles into the flames to watch them explode. That sounds a little bit odd. for an
Candles
adult.
explode? That's science news to me.
That's Matt's tonight.
was about to say, that's good to
we're
know.
flash forwarding to what he'll be doing at 10:30.
Yeah.
He also liked barefoot hiking.
That's okay.
He liked sitting cross-legged, munching on grapefruit slices and water. That's not
That is
okay.
oddly specific.
That's-
That is.
I find that to be borderline demonic. He liked meditation techniques focusing on the need for less breathing. He indulged in whippets of nitrous oxide, that's laughing gas, as part of a training regimen for a forthcoming climb up Mount Everest. I don't buy that.
I don't think the Sherpas
No
use
one should
whippets
climb Mount
before they
Everest.
go
No.
up.
I don't buy any of that. He was trying to create an Earth standard time. So that means, everyone on Earth would have the same time.
It's a little difficult.
Same
given
time zone.
the way
And
Yeah.
lastly, he was working on.
Yeah. It's a ball. It's not.
What about the sun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt, I wish we
Keep
had
going,
a
keep going.
standard time zone for this show because Emma's like 6 seconds in another time. She's like in Nova Scotia time zone, whereas we're on East Coast. And lastly, he was trying to bring about total world peace by, wait for it, not 2050, Matt, by December 31st, 2020. So he was really going for it. And he was trying to do this through the concept of a single minute of world peace, which was a way to distract the world collectively for 1 minute in time where there was no fighting on the planet. Supposedly, he was up 20 hours a day thinking about it and talking about it. So what's the moral of all this CEO madness? There are actually 2 real morals here, believe it or not. First,
I have a third.
it was mentioned repeatedly in various articles and at varying times in his career that Tony liked to surround himself with people who agreed with him. A quote, loyal following of devotees. The perfect recipe for enabling sociopathic CEOs. We warn against this almost daily. Don't do that. And second, to many of Tony's acquaintances, his eccentricity and out-of-the-box thinking were the marks of a genius. People, e-commerce CEOs are not geniuses. They sell shoes at scale. Stop worshiping CEOs. Okay. And again, I'm not trying to make fun of him or peace to the family and to tragic loss, but hey, someone had to expose this CEO behavior. That's me.
The
Yeah, Matt,
third moral
ahead.
is when you see the headline, what to know about non-sleep deep rest, NSDR, for
I had some
Google
of that last
CEO
night.
Sundar Pichai.
Yeah. Mhm.
That is, maybe it should be more frightening than you think it should be.
You might be right. Emma, bail us out.
Oh my God.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah. Please.
All right. Feelings corner, everybody, your favorite. Yay, the feeling.
Mm. Yeah.
All format.
Sure, do it.
So, per usual, here are the rules. I will read the headline or headlines, deeming and not have to guess how I feel about said headlines. Whoever comes closest to correctly assessing how I feel about bonus points if you can guess why. Sounds pretty hard, even though Damien got like unbelievably close.
Yeah.
Damien
Not gonna
now
happen
allowed
again.
It was like
Not gonna happen
100%
again.
on.
questions that they want about the headline at hand. Emma reserves the right to dismiss any questions she chooses,
Okay.
though she will mostly answer in good faith. Your answer could be phrased in the following
like third
form.
person
This
Emma,
headline is blank. Here is your headline today. Taking away employees free laundry perk.
Free on-site laundry.
Yeah, they got to make up that revenue from insurrection somehow.
Why would you want to bring your dirty clothes to work, though? Like, what is that? Imagine loading up your car in the morning and bringing it into work.
Imagine when you open up the dryer and like your panties like fall out onto the floor with all the other employees like
I don't
there,
like that when that happens.
and they're like assless chaps. You know,
Yeah, I
like,
don't like
that.
that.
Would be something special. I'm gonna go with bemused. This headline makes Emma bemused.
I only have 2 adjectives that Emma experiences. That's irritated or annoyed. There's going to be some level. She's not going to like that they had this perk in the first place. I think
I know, yeah.
Because they're probably pretty well paid. These Meta employees.
They're on average the highest paid employees in the country.
And who are they
Publicly
hiring? And it's probably brown people in California they're hiring to do the laundry of the
Oh, wow,
decidedly
you're going
not
way
brown.
deeper.
Well, I'm just saying, like, who are the people they're hiring to wash the laundry of these?
Is that
idiots?
an actual question
They
you're
put it
asking?
in themselves.
And
No,
okay, yeah,
they're
go
not.
ahead.
That's wrong.
Who are these people?
They hire
They're
a
robots.
service where they will pick up laundry and dry cleaning. So they're literally handing it off, giving it back on various locations around the Meta campus.
It's probably Steve Jobs' daughter. Yeah. I'm gonna say Emma
Her name's Steve.
is Emma is. I only have 2 adjectives. Emma is annoyed that they had the perk in the first place. Go ahead, Emma. Take it away.
Go, Emma. What is it?
This headline is good. This headline.
There you go.
Okay.
Here's-
Reversing
all
stupidity.
right, ready? So, they are eliminating their laundry and dry cleaning services, but they are also, this is the best part. So, reason number 1 that this is a good line is that it is best way. So, to all Meta employees, first of all, go home, eat dinner at home, exercise at home, go.
It's true. Go home.
In addition to taking away their laundry, they're pushing dinner. They do, or every day they do 3 square meals a day. Dinner that they usually have at 6:30 p.m. They're pushing it up to 6 p.m., which means the shuttles that take people to and from the office, one leaves at 6. So that means that people can't go get and then leave with their to-go boxes to go home. One of the employees said, I can honestly say when our peers are cramming 3 boxes of steak to take them home.
Ooh,
our culture.
yes.
So this is just,
That would be me.
this is the best.
The irony of saying that while carrying 10 boxes of steak, though, cannot be lost.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care about our
No,
corporate culture. I'm carrying 10 boxes of steak. This is ridiculous.
That was actually said by one of the food service and on their internal forums when all these changes were announced, which, by the way, that headline is good to me because in the New York Times article about it, all the employees share all of this internal stuff from the Meta forums, which is like the gossip you can possibly have. It's like
Meta forums
that you weren't supposed to be in, and you see it anyway.
Right.
And so they
How happy Emma
whatever,
is in
and
that.
everyone was. They were like, "Are we going to be compensated in a different way? Have their
Never seen this
how
happening.
this is going to impact us, blah, 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 blah." And then the executives basically were like, stop being ungrateful. And then someone from the food service were talking about how it's going to ruin the Meta culture, blah.
Just like a
that
onslaught of joy
employee
here.
I know. I mean, this is hilarious to me. And so this
This
Keep going,
employee,
yeah.
they were talking about how it's going to ruin the culture, and the food service employee was like, "There is no culture. Everyone is taking boxes of steak every night. Everyone,
oh, what culture are you talking about?
so
That aside, I'm also excited
from
from
the
the
more basic level,
employees
are eating dinner at home, doing the. There's less destroying
democracy
to do than dating people. Or like, just go home. I'm happy about this. So this
That's
is
true.
headline's good.
I'm done.
All right. Wow. I've never seen you. So
I was
taking away.
closer.
Yeah. What did
I
you
was
say,
closer.
Matt?
That's
I
true.
said
Bemused.
bemused. I
Yeah,
was
that one's
closer.
Amused. That's the word. Amused. So in order to make Emma Lurking happy, all you have to do is take away the perks of an employee somewhere in the universe.
Yes,
That's
that's right.
it.
She hates
Yeah.
employees and women
And-
and loves Taco Bell. That's it
Yeah.
for Business Pants today. That is all we learned. We learned about, what did we learn today? We learned about how how to recognize
exploding
CEO
candles.
crazy.
Exploding
I
candles.
learned that candles explode. And I learned that like a camp where kids can code and ride horseback is a non-starter.
And
we-
that Jewel is the only adult in the room once again.
Thank God. We learned that Florida doesn't believe gay starts before the 4th grade, and neither does Disney, except when they do. And
they
we
do.
learned that Emma does smile. That's what you got today. This is Free Float Media's Business Pants. It's Damian Ross and Emma Lurk. I'm Matt Mascardi. We'll be back tomorrow with more of the business news. Goodbye.